Hey guys, look at this. The best pineapple in town. Man, we bought 2 pineapples last night after we did food shopping. Well, yesterday evening, not night, but in the evening, late evening. Look at that. I love how they peel the pineapples. And then they said, "Do you want me to cut it up for you?" And I said, "Yeah, thank you." And they slice them up and cut them in halves. And it's the sweetest pineapple ever, guys. Look at that. You could see the juices in that darn thing. That's what I love about Jamaica, the fresh fruits. We got watermelon, we got jelly coconut. Look at it, guys. And wouldn't you just love to enjoy a piece right now? Well, Miss Bev just gonna enjoy it for you. Look at that. Scrumptious. So now I'm gonna bring it to the other side. It's going to just enjoy a little bit for you. Very good. Maybe you didn't taste it the first time. Let me try it again. Yes, just good. And I had some of this last night. And let me tell you, usually I throw away this piece. Even that part of it is good. Well, tell me your thoughts, guys. Do you love pineapple? Have you ever tasted a nice... Well, I'm not going to ask you if you ever, because if you have ever been to Jamaica, yes, you have tasted some good pineapple. Organic, I hope. They don't throw things in it. But this is good. You can know the difference when they are forced and when they are ripened by the nice sunlight naturally. And this one was. Take care, guys. I'm just loving it. I'm just loving it. I am just loving it. So make it a great day by choice. It's a blessing. Guys, I don't know. I never ask for riches. I just ask for contentment. I asked God to give me somebody to grow old with. He gave me Danny. Wasn't a professional, so there was no status, no puffing up of the chest to tell who is better, who is worse, and who is smarter, and who is this or that. Didn't have to deal with that kind of stuff, the arrogance and the beating of the chest and to I this and I that and I. He gave me somebody to grow old with. One time we were looking for relationships, guys. Stop looking for material things. Stop looking for things that is just going to be vanity and vexation of the spirit. Ask God for somebody who will love you, respect you, and be kind to you. That's all you need. You don't need fancy cars. You don't need wealth, because those are things that are just going to create a lot of anger, a lot of problems. So again, just find somebody who with you with all of the extra meat on your bones. Just that. And so that you can live in peace and contentment. I didn't ask him for a mansion in Jamaica. I didn't want 6 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms. I don't want all of that. I want a humble space that I can enjoy, that I don't have to be, at my age, to be dusting and doing this and no. I don't even want to be rich to hire a maid. I don't even want that. I don't have that kind of wealth. And so God provided what I asked for. Contentment. Contentment. Not chaos and confusion. Don't know what to do with it or how to do with it. Contentment. Just enough. So I'm happy and I'm enjoying my life. And just taking a quiet moment right here as the day lights through. So enjoy your life, guys. Enjoy your life. Be careful of what you ask for. And when God has blessed you, be a blessing to others. Make it be a blessing to others. So as you look at the pineapple, I want to share a quick story with you. So yesterday, we boarded. I left Bradley Airport, and I decided this time, instead of going with JetBlue, ain't going to travel with JetBlue and again. So instead of going with JetBlue, Danny always travels with Southwest. And I'm the one booking his flights, right? And he's going on Southwest. I never complain. But yet here I am going with JetBlue. I want to get to Florida. Then it's a short hop and a skip to Jamaica. But guys, I decided to take Southwest yesterday. And I booked for the business section, so you sit up in the front with the space seats. Oh my God, so much leg room. The only thing they don't have is a monitor in the back of the seat. I like to play solitaire. My daughter showed me that they have games on that thing. I said, I don't watch the movies. I'm not a movie person. It has to be like the sound of music, cool runnings. You know, my movies are just far and few. I don't, but I love the sound of music. I love the 10 Commandments. I love that. But I'm not, So when we got to Baltimore, 'cause that's their hub, that's where we change over. As I told you guys, I can walk around. You guys see me walking all the time, so I can walk. But again, you know that I have the arthritis in my lower back. So there are days, great days, and then you have those days when it's a little troubling. So my daughter didn't want me to go walk. We didn't know how far the gates would have been and all of that. So she said, Mommy, I need you on a wheelchair. So got to Baltimore, they picked us up off the plane and rolled us in. Oh my God, the gates were right there, like not even 5 minutes walking. You'd have gotten to the gate, but that's okay. And we sat there, they put the wheelchairs lined up and some other people were there, and I was hungry. I was so hungry. So hungry. I would have lasted to come home, but we were going to be there for a good 4 hours, I think. And, or 3 hours, because we left out we flew out at 11:30. And I just was, one lady got up and she walked, I don't know, I think she went to the bathroom. So she came back and I said to her, I see that you walked without your chair. Is there somewhere we could get something to eat? I'll treat you guys. And she says, oh, Dunkin' Donuts is right there. So I said, is it okay? Can you please go get me something to drink and just something I could just eat? And she says, no, I'll take you. And I said, I don't want you to be pushing me. She says, I'll take you though. I'll take you. I said, oh my God. And she pushed me up to Dunkin' Donuts. It wasn't far. And I got me my bagel and something to drink. And we returned. While we were on the line, I said something, and we started having a good conversation. And we got back to her seat, and she was saying that she's coming to Jamaica because this lady, she was a teacher in Rio Buno, and if I was close by, I would go because I know the lady well. We used to go to church together in Duncan's, Trelawney. And I said, Sister McBean? And she said, yeah, Sister McBean passed away and she's coming down coming down for the funeral and all of that. And so from conversation to conversation, this woman is married to one of our friends. When years ago, in my teenage years, I think I was a teenager then, or maybe just 20, we went to Bluefields in Westmoreland for a camping trip. And we met Mr. Castillo there, Orville. His name is Orville. So we all became friends, and they come to Duncan's church. We go to Falmouth Church. They visit Reed's Friendship Church, and we all go. and when I just moved to Connecticut, I remembered my friend in Florida, Dawn. You're gonna hear about Dawn now. She gave me his number, and because he was close to where I lived, but I'm a person, I just go to work. I go to work, do my work in the classroom, and I go home. I'm not a person who go here. I don't go to the malls to wait and walk up and down. I'm different. If I don't have the money to go spend it, I'm not going to pick up people's things and then put it back down. I go, I know what I'm looking for, I get it, and I come home. So I never linked up with him, even though we were close by. We could have walked, but we would talk on the phone. At this time, he was married to the lady that I met yesterday. And I tell her name is Yvonne, and we were laughing because I was telling her that my big sister, is also Yvonne. And she's from Trelawney, and I'm from Trelawney, and it was just quite a unique situation, guys. And just talking with her, she knew all my friends, she knew my Uncle Carol, she knew everybody. It was so awesome. It was so truly awesome. It's a true story. And we talked, and the flight was made shorter because we just chatted. We sat in the same seat. Because when you get on Southwest, they have a thing where you just sit where you want. When the flight is whatever, and they just tell people to sit where they want to sit. So after they put you on, because you're in the first section, after those of us who buy those tickets for the first section gets on board, we board first. Then whoever comes on, they just tell people, just sit anywhere. So she and myself, we sat together and we just talked. There was a lady who sat between us, right? and she put her little plugs in her ear. She read a book. And so Yvonne asked her, are we bothering you? And she says, oh no, she's understanding some of what we're saying. It was just awesome. Awesome trip. We had awesome conversations, like when I traveled with my daughter. We just chat and eat and laugh, and she showed me how to maneuver the board in front of us, and showed me that there are games there, and I love solitaire. So I played my solitaire and just had a good time. So with this lady, with Miss Yvonne, good morning to you. Big shout out to you. An awesome, awesome human being. And because you were willing to give kindness, then blessings returned your way tenfold. So thanks again, Miss Yvonne. I know that you subscribed to my channel. I actually got like 3 subscriptions while we were right there. It was just awesome, guys. It was an awesome trip, and I know that this trip, God was fully, fully, fully involved and was guiding us. So I had to share the story, guys, because it's a feel-good story. She called Dawn. I haven't spoken to Dawn in so long, but Dawn is a friend she lives in Florida. But she's the kind of friend, guys, who you might not speak to her for 10 years, but when we hook up, it's like we have been speaking every single day. So when she called Dawn and she was saying, Dawn said, my God, that's my friend, man. Bev, what's up? We chatted, and she said she just returned from Jamaica, so she cannot come down for the funeral. But it was just so cool. And she talked about Robbie Clark, another friend, when I lived in Jamaica years ago, and we went to the same church. So Robbie, again, was a friend who is an auto mechanic. He works on like Benz and Audis and those kind of cars. He's an engineer. And Robbie, I would go up to his house, his mom, Sister Clark, bless your soul, Brother Clark, you pass and gone. But I just walk in the evenings, just leave the house and walk to their house in the evenings, just sit there. And after they eat their dinner, and so Robbie would get ready, and we walk down, and we go up to Dawn's house, and we sit there. There was a wall there that they built, so the cars coming from up the hill wouldn't run over to their space, into their yard. And we just sit out there, and Dawn and her sisters and her niece, Hillary. Guys, a big shout out to all of you. My God, I'm just, it's good when you build fond memories, guys. I keep telling people, don't get into the wars and the strife. Build fond memories, because in time, you never know who you're going to meet up, where you're going to meet them up. And you want it to be pleasant. You want it to, So when she reached out to Robbie, he's now in Antigua, I think. And boy, Robbie said, man, Bev, that's my friend. I remember when we were in Georgia, my daughter Jody, she bought a home in Georgia in Stone Mountain. And when she was ready to buy her car, there's nobody there. These kids just have a big heart. And they went there after college, and all of a sudden, I'm helping them with an apartment, and the girl is buying a house. And she got the car first, and then she got the house. And Robbie was down there, and I reached out to Robbie. And Robbie went and found Jody. He gave her a few lessons, took her to get her driver's license. He said when she was driving, she didn't seem ready, so he made sure she got some more lessons. When she bought her car, he couldn't go. He sent a friend, so there was a guy to represent her, so they didn't rob her. She got her little Honda Civic, still has it. The girl won't upgrade at all. She still have her little Honda winding down her windows. Nothing power about that car, but she loves it, and she's living stress-free because all of those things are paid off. So guys, again, simple is awesome. Don't put your basket where your hands can't take it down. Just simple. And, sometimes I need to learn, because I bought my RAV4 and never drove it. They didn't want it because she says, Mommy, I just want this little car. So, I just thought if I bought it, I really was thinking that she would love it. And but she said, I'm good with my little car, Mommy. And so I respect my kids for that. They're not gravelicious. They don't envy nothing that anybody has. Neither of them, the girls, they don't care what you have. They are comfortable in their skin. They're minimalists. Listen, they don't want too much of nothing. Nothing. Sometimes they come out and have something at the house and say, oh, Mommy, I could use this. And I say, where am I going to take that when I really might not even use it more than once? I said, Mommy, it's okay. Find somebody who can use it. So I love them for that. They're not red-eyed on anything that anybody has, My son is more of he buys stuff. He buys stuff, he buys stuff. And then he has the children and his wife, he buys stuff, But I respect them for who they are. But Miss Yvonne, shout out to you, girl. Happy Sabbath to you. I don't know where you're worshiping today. We're going to be home here. But happy Sabbath to you and your family, to Mr. Orville. So I just needed to share that story, guys. And for the last few, I'm coming down. It's like I'm just meeting people who, like, God is saying, yep, you're home. It has been just super amazing. And I like the fact that, you're coming and you have light moments that just makes it. So the young lady who took my wheelchair yesterday, man, I hugged that little girl and I just blessed her up and begged God. I just prayed right there with her. I said, Kimberly, her name is Kimberly. So if you use a wheelchair, never come to Montego Bay area, and you have a Kimberly, I'm telling you, you tell her, Miss Bev, she might not remember me, the lady with the very heavy suitcases who prayed with her. And I just asked God to prosper that little girl. I just asked God, I said, you are so resilient, you are strong, and you are going to make it. I said, don't let anybody take away your joy. You hear me? You continue to work hard, and God will open doors for you. God will prosper you. She was so thankful. Oh my God. And this is what I tell people, and I said, the only rich I want, I ask God for riches for. I tell him if he ever provided as an amount for me. You see, those are the people who I see trying. I don't want people who are asking for things and they sit there in their behinds and asking again and again. Nope. I like to see people trying, and I would give them a start. What you want to do? And I would make it happen for them. That's why I want God to really, if he, I don't know, I'm going to be rich because I don't know, but miracles happen, right? But people like those, man, I like the attitude. I like that. The suitcases were so heavy, but she got a guy another kid to pull the suitcases and load them on the cart, and she's pushing the cart and she's putting me, and she never grumbled. She made way, and she was so calm and beautiful, and I just so respected her. I thanked her so much. I did, make sure she smiled broadly, but no matter what I gave to her, no matter how much I gave to her, the way she made me feel, the way she made me feel during the whole process, priceless. No matter how much I gave her, priceless for me. Priceless for me. And so wherever you are, Kimberly, I want you to just continue to work hard. I ask God to open a door or two for you, and he will open those doors. When he opens them, step right in there and continue to be your strong, resilient self so that more blessings will be bestowed upon you. So my YouTube family, it's Miss Sabbath again, I say. Happy Sabbath to each and every one of you. I have the phone down in my thing. So happy Sabbath to all of you, and just know that no matter what's going on, that God has a plan for you as well. And you just have to invite him into your life. You don't want to be arrogant, you don't want to be sassy, you don't want to be demanding, but you tell him, and you don't have to tell him every day, because once you tell him, he remembers and he works on it. It's not going to happen overnight, but he'll work on it for you and with you. And when he opens that door, you walk in with gratitude. Just like, as I said to people saying, oh, not to do this and talk about this and that. You be a blessing to people. Whether me, I said, you talk about blessing people so that others can see that it's okay to bless people. A lot of people are just selfish, and everything they have, it's about them. Everything they have, can't get rid of this because I need it, or I gonna need it. Never need it. But they don't give it to somebody to bless them. They don't learn to be a blessing to others. And so you find that their struggles continue to be, they can't grow. They can't grow. So I'm just saying to us guys that you be a blessing. How big or how small, you be a blessing. Don't hold on to stuff. You hold on to it, it diminishes, loses its value. When you bless, you see God keep replenishing. You see God keep adding, and you say, oh my God, you won't have room enough to receive it. So talk about how God blessed you enough so you can give back. Stop hiding things and pretending and lying and doing those things. Let people know that they can be hopeful too, because God did this for you, and so he would be able to do it for them too. And stop talking about, don't let your writer know what your left hand know. The writer needs to know, because they have to work together. One hand can't clap, you need both of them. So stop talking about, they make your right hand know what your left hand know. Lies. People just say those things to protect themselves, to keep they sit there and they don't do for anybody. And so when you're not talking about it, then, nobody knows if you're doing or not. Do for people, bless people so that God will bless you and bless you more abundantly. Talk about what you have done so people can get hope and said, "Oh, if she's able to do that, I will be able to do that." So stop the God foolishness to protect your lazy, mean-spirited, mean and giving selves. Stop it. You know, we pick things to justify our lack of supporting others, our lack of being kind and good-natured. So we just pick things out and let people know. You know, God has been so good at it. He opened the door. I had the refrigerator there, you know, and I said, let me just give it to somebody. And let me tell you something, man. By the time we look, somebody come and see the space in the place and said, "Want me in a fridge?" I said, "No, you know the one behind me, give it to Jane Brown." And by the time you look, truck pull up, it's a new fridge that. I've seen it happen. So stop hiding the good you do. Why are you going to be ashamed of doing good? I've never seen something like this, where people are comfortable to be ashamed of doing good. You can't be ashamed, guys. You must be happy. Some of you going in the pulpit and you, oh, and I am man, this and I, and all this self-gratification and all this pompous puffing up of the chest, you know. We're not humble. And sometimes I was saying to my brother one time, he didn't tell me he needed gas. But I know he's driving to New York and, you know, coming up and going back to New York. And I gave him my card. I said, go fill up your tank. He said, you serious? I said, yeah, go fill up your tank with gas. So another time I was saying to him, I said, you know, when you preach, don't talk about, don't be unrealistic with people. People are struggling. People, they don't want to hear about what we achieve or what we don't achieve and who, you know. People want to hear realistic stories they can connect to. So for me, I would be telling them, listen, man, have faith, have hope. This week we went to Connecticut and me didn't have gas in my car. I didn't even tell my sister. But guess what? God must have spoken to her because she gave me her card for go fill up my tank. Who could it be but Jesus? So be hopeful. Because when you have hope, then these things happen. So talk to people about those realistic little stories so they can get back and say, okay, I'm going to be hopeful. But that's just Miss Bev's opinion, guys. I feel like, you know, people are too into themselves. We talk about we're Christians, but who is a Christian? A Christian is a person who should be doing Christ-like things. You're following the footsteps of Christ. And you see how Christ lived. When he fed the multitude with the 5 barley loaves and the 2 small fishes, he didn't go hide and say, okay, come around the corner and let me give you a little piece of fish and bread. No, he did it in open. He did it in open. It shows you that there's no shame in doing things openly. Stop hiding. People who are doing sinful, bad things are the ones hiding things. So you can mix good and evil together. Because one is going to win. So don't do it. People hide when they're doing bad, ugly, mean things. When you're doing good, you should be proud. Why are you ashamed to do good? Why are you ashamed to talk about the good you're able to do through Christ who provides it for you? Through Christ who gave you the heart to give back. Why are you ashamed? Something is wrong with that picture. You never be ashamed. Never be ashamed to tell somebody that your neighbor gave you something, or your sister helped you with something, or your brother was there for you through something. Never be ashamed of it. Stop pretending that all that you've done has been just through you. Stop it. And you'll see how God blesses you more. Those are my final words this morning, guys. It's a beautiful day. See, I did 2 videos back to back because I just feel good. I'm sitting here and I just feel so good. And there's a painting on the wall. My God. Nice painting. It's like raised. So make your day a great day. What's your story? Do you have a story to tell? Have you met somebody recently is from your past or you didn't even know was connected to so many people in your past? And how did it go? How do you feel? I felt good when she was able to connect, to call people that I said I knew, and they were happy to hear my voice, happy to say, Bev, I'm gonna have to call you because, things have been busy, and I understand it. I understand that. I don't sit down waiting for people to just call me. Just watch my video, like my videos. Just watch the videos, like them. And I know that you're out there and see the videos. Some of them are getting good counts. I remember way back when you drop a video, you might get 19 people viewing. But thank God we've been growing. So I know God is involved. And he's opening doors. And I mean, just sitting there, the lady, we weren't even talking to her. She's on YouTube watching something, and she says, what did you say your channel? And I said, msbevsproductions. And she typed it in a subscription, man. So guys, I say to you, I was never a rich kid. I grew up poor, but as I said later in life, I don't think we were that poor. But I grew up without a lot of stuff. And I continued to grow. When I was happy. When I didn't have, there were many days I cried as I raised my children. And it's a good thing I cried, but I wasn't cursing and beating them up and being evil to them because they did nothing wrong. Because now when they say to me, Mommy, we remembered when we'd be in our room and you'd be in your room, Mommy, we heard you crying. Yes, I cried when I wasn't able to, when I felt like the doors were closing in and I had my children depending on me. But look at them now. Look at them now. Look at them now. Look at how much they give back to me. It's amazing, guys. Love your children and respect them and guide them. Be tough. Hold them accountable. And when they see that you appreciate them, but you don't watch them just conform them to themselves and just grow up in a nice way. Just watch them conform. Don't drink and smoke and do drugs and do bad things around your children. Don't empower them. If they grow up and they choose to drink some wine, it's their choice. It's not because they saw you wallowing in vomit or wallowing in different things. It's their choice. But you gave them the foundation to elevate themselves, to give back and to be kind and decent and godly. Always expose them to God and let them choose. So that's my message today, guys. Look how long I'm here talking. I'm long-winded. But just had to share that story today. So be good to yourselves, guys. Be good to yourselves. Be good to yourselves. You are deserving of it. So be good. Be good to yourself. Oh, this is a set. I like that one on the wall over there. See that? It's you could just touch it. Like yesterday I embraced it so much. You just touch it and appreciate this abstract art, they call it. All right. Miss Bev said bye. Take care of yourselves. Trending Live TV. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for all my thumbnails. Thank you, guys. Give Trending Live TV a big shout out because all my thumbnails, you went through all my videos and updated my thumbnails. And I so appreciate it. So more power to you, Trending Live TV. I'm so glad I met you. I am so grateful. Right now you're sleeping over there in the Philippines. But I thank you, my friend. I've asked different people for the support and I didn't get it. But you came on board and you jumped to it. And 1,000-something thumbnails and playlists are done. And the videos, they now have a description and they have their thumbnail. So thank you for your support, my friend. No amount of money can repay you for the support you have given Miss Bev. Peace out, everybody. Much love to you all. Bye. Bye.